taking him, Simon, to 30 trophies so far in his career, making him the fourth highest in the list of the most decorated managers in the whole of football history.
Yep.
Only behind now Valery Lobanovsky, Mircea Lucescu, and Sir Alex Ferguson. I think it's sometimes he is so relentless with the trophy winning. We never get a chance to stop and think about just how brilliant he's doing. I mean, admittedly, you're going to say he's always got the best players. He's been at great clubs, but he is an amazing manager, isn't he?
Oh, very much so. I think it's undeniable. I think you would be remiss to look at the fact that it's not just the fact that he's got the best players, it's what he does with these players and what style of play he wants to create. When he came in to the Premier League, there was a sort of sniggering behind the hand of the conventional thinking that he wasn't going to be able to impose his will or his style of play over the Premier League, and he wasn't going to fancy it and he wasn't going to be able to get it. And ironically, the tournament that he's won the most, being the League Cup, is the least fashionable of all the tournaments, and I think was one he wasn't overly interested in when he first came here. But I think it's undoubtable. I mean, as much as I like to compare and contrast about people from different generations, was Mike Tyson the greatest fighter, or Muhammad Ali, or Joe Louis, or is this manager greater than that manager? Because they're all products of their time, and they're all working within circumstances and scenarios that are different. But in modern football, you have to look at Guardiola and say the environments he manages afford him an embarrassment of riches, but they also give him an inordinate amount of pressure to achieve and to win, and he achieves by playing a brand of football that has a great deal of courage behind it because he wants the very best of football. So I think you have to put him right up there with the best managers ad infinitum, and the trophy, haul that he's building at this stage. What's he, 50? So he's got a significant amount of time left in his. I mean, we did say this about Mourinho.
If he wants to do it,
we did say this about Mourinho. Yeah. I mean, I remember an interview years ago that Alex Ferguson, where he called Mourinho a greedy bugger, and that he was likely to overturn everybody. That hasn't proven to be the case because Mourinho, for whatever reason, is disappearing into left field. But undoubtedly,
partially his own personality.
Partially his own
personality. The game has changed.
And I do believe, and I know you don't agree with me, there's an element of media bias about how he's represented. But Guardiola is an outstanding manager. Wherever you put him, I think he'd be successful at whatever level, because I think he would adapt to the level that he's at. And the argument that Alex Ferguson could never manage Chesterfield and Pep Guardiola probably couldn't either, I think is for the birds. I think these guys could manage wherever they have to, given the way they communicate with players.
Trevor, I'm sure as a Manchester City fan, you've just been in ecstasy most of the last 2 or 3 years, except when Liverpool ran away with the title last year. And what an amazing thing that now looks, by the way. My interesting thing about Guardiola is that other managers and managerial styles have often been very influential, and they've we see all the people who claim to want to play like Bielsa. Do you think Guardiola's way of playing though is beyond the reach of most coaches because of the quality of technical players he's able to accumulate?
Not really. I think on principle he takes a lot of that individual brilliance away from players. He asked them to play simply within a formation. I think he's very strict. We remember Thierry Henry saying that he'd played a game and did something that he wasn't supposed to at the wrong time and got the shepherd's hook at half-time. So he's very disciplined about how he wants his players to play and the positions that he wants his players to take up on the pitch. I don't think it's all about trophies for me, because it'd be easy because it's Sir Alex Ferguson. He's won 49 trophies. That would end the argument. I think it's, can you improve players? I think he's redefined football, how it's played in this country. I think Arsene Wenger should take a lot of credit for that, of playing a style of football. But I think Pep's taken it on to another level. I think from a romantic point of view, he was taught by Bobby Robson and Johan Cruyff, two of the most successful and iconic people of football, in my opinion. So I think when you look at what he's brought to the Premier League, when you look at the amount of trophies that he's starting to stack up, for me, it's quite a conclusive argument that he's one of the best, the best manager in the world.
Yeah, I must admit, I love it because, of course, he is part of Cruyff's gang. Cruyff got it from Stefan Kovac at Ajax. He got it from Eastern Europe, where they took coaching seriously after the Second World War. and they got it. And the thing goes full circle from the professionals in the northwest of England before the
That is
Second World
knowledge.
War.
That is knowledge,
Absolutely.
Danny.
Oh, well, I follow coaching really, really carefully, even though personally I don't think I could coach a footballer out of a paper bag, to be truthful. I follow it very, very closely, and he is part of an ongoing belief in the power of coaching footballers, not just spirit and all the rest of it. Every coach should get their players to be spirited and for the team. If you can do the stuff tactically beyond that and technically beyond that, then you're doing the right thing.